coast, so don't go too far. Let's go back to college football now. LSU didn't get off to the start that they wanted in the season opener at Lambeau against Wisconsin, a 16-14 defeat. However, the losses suffered back home far more permanent and devastating than a football game. The Tigers returned home to play for the first time since the devastating floods last month, and that's where we find our Sara Walsh. Sara, good morning.
Good morning, Matt. We're about 20 minutes from LSU's campus, and this is home for Denham Springs head football coach Dru Nettles. A drive down his street reveals the utter devastation his neighborhood is still dealing with today, because when this storm hit, Coach Nettles and his two daughters were awakened by a 4 a.m. knock on their door and word that they would have to leave their home by boat. Now, the Nettles lost everything. It was a brand new home that they were living in. They had only moved in 7 months prior to that. And Coach Nettles told me he sees that as a blessing because he didn't have as much to lose as other folks. He took us on a tour of what little he has left. So, Coach, this is your house. It was just 7 months old when the flood hit. And sadly, this isn't an uncommon scene for most of your team. How many folks that you coach with that are your players are dealing with the same thing that we're looking at right now?
I I have 7 coaches, including myself, that lost their homes. Almost 80 players has been affected. Just close by, but family, friends, and this community, it's so widespread.
And when you look at this now, when you walk in your house, what do you see?
Devastation, and just... all that can be rebuilt, and then it's sometimes the memories and the pieces you lose inside a home that I feel sorry for so many people that are experiencing this, you can't get back some of the items that you lose, but, these can be rebuilt. What
were you trying to salvage, and what were you able to salvage?
We were awakened at 4 a.m., with the roads already blocking the exits, we couldn't get out. Get everything up, we put stuff on beds, we put the clothes on top of the closet racks. We put everything we could up, and we were able to salvage clothing and a few items up top.
Tell us what happened to your cars.
Well, they were in the garage. We thought that next morning we were going to the high school, and we thought we could go help sandbag and protect the school. We had to leave here as the waters were rising, and the cars stayed in the garage, and both were overtaken with the flood waters too, and both have been totaled.
I know you said you went to bed and you thought, hopefully this won't be so bad, hopefully we'll be okay. What was the exact point where you knew this was not going to be good?
When I went to the door and I could see the road was covered, it was still raining, and by the time I was leaving, no one was already in the house. You could just see that the devastation, that was going to take place here. And then as you boat out and you just see the water all over, you know there's something very bad. Take us into what was your master bedroom and show us where the water was. Waking at 4, by 6 a.m. we were already getting it through the doors, and then obviously, to nearly 5 feet of water right here in the house, and just came in so fast. And, you see the devastating stories around the country, and to be part of it, you never think it's going to be you. And my daughter's having to leave here with boats with other people, and then we getting boated out to safety. We're thankful for the people that saved us there, but for so many people, that morning was, real shocking. What did it mean to get the majority of your players back together again for the first time after this happened? Tremendous to see the smiles, the hugs, and just to be around friends. They had a thought, hey, it may not happen. It's been so much fun to watch those guys out there playing around and just being teenagers as they should. What has it done in terms of bringing folks together? Because so many people are in the same situation right now. Race, color, things, there's not a difference in this. Water, it affected everyone. It's amazing the bond that has become between our team, our community, just out to help each and every person out there to get back going in a positive direction. We asked Coach Nettles what is the one thing he lost that bothers him the most, and it's not something you can put in an insurance claim. It's not something you can put a price on. It is a picture. In 1986, he was a freshman catcher on the Denham Springs baseball team that won the state championship. He has lost that picture. The starting pitcher on that team was Ben McDonald, who would go on to be the #1 overall pick in the 1989 draft. Ben McDonald's going to join us on SportsCenter tomorrow. But tonight, Coach Nettles leads another generation of Yellow Jacket athletes. His football team back in action. They're kicking off their first game of the season here on this field that was completely submerged nearly a month ago. The only thing that was visible was the logo that's at midfield, and he said he took that big DS for Denham Springs as a sign
of hope. We've got much more coming up from Denham Springs High School. This is the freshman team actually practicing behind me. A look at the basketball courts. They have been totally ruined here. We've got much more coming up ahead here on SportsCenter.
Thank you, Sarah. Shaq's headed